Welcome back to Afternoon Live. Since 2012, Northwest Battle Buddies has been transforming the lives of veterans by pairing them with a service dog. And now they are about to graduate their 300th pup. Here to tell us more, we welcome its CEO and founder, Shannon Walker. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you so much for having us on the show. Super excited to share Missy with you and our mission.
Missy is a very special guest. So is she number 300?
She is number 300.
That's incredible.
She is. She is. Her veteran is actually we're graduating 10 veterans this Friday.
Wonderful.
And yeah, number 300 is in there. So, I mean, when I founded Northwest Battle Buddies 13 years ago, I would have never dreamed that.
Right. So you've been working with dogs and connecting them with humans for a long time. Tell me about the beginning of this organization.
Yeah, so thank you. Well, I've been training dogs professionally for 30 years, but when a veteran came into my business and he wanted help, he wanted his dog to be trained to be a service dog to help him with PTSD. And through that journey, even though I'd accomplished so much in the dog world, helping him and seeing him change through that training, seeing him be willing to do for his dog what he wasn't willing to do for himself, and he found courage to lead her places he was afraid to go alone. I really felt like I made the difference in the quality of somebody's life. So in my simple-minded thinking, I thought if I can just adopt dogs out of shelters, I can train them and I can gift them and say thank you for my freedom. And that was 300 dogs ago.
Wow. And we know there are huge benefits. There was a recent study as well that really documented just how important this connection is.
Yeah, it is. You know, these dogs really are life-changing. These are service dogs that are trained to mitigate a disability, the symptom of a disability. They literally are pieces of medical equipment, much like a wheelchair or a walker or a cane. And we don't think about it like that because we look at her and we see her face and we see him give kisses and we think, oh, that's just so sweet. But they literally are helping our veterans navigate life with freedom and independence that they didn't have before they got the tool. And what is the tool? It is the service dog from Northwest Battle Buddies. And it's amazingly life-changing. They wake them up from nightmares. They stop panic attacks. Some of our dogs even help with mobility and balance, but they also redirect flashbacks. And you know, we have veterans that were on 32 medications a day before they got their dog, and now they're on 1 medication a day.
That's incredible.
It's just incredible, and the ripple effect is for generations.
Right. For that veteran and all their loved ones in their circle, I'm sure they can all see the benefits. Tell me about what a dog goes through, because this is very specific, high-level training for them to be that level of service.
It is. That's a great question. Thank you for asking it. So Northwest Battle Buddies, so even though we adopt dogs out of shelter still, in fact, we got a chocolate lab named Tootsie Roll as a rescue here recently. She's a little chocolate. But clearly, I mean, so she's purpose-bred. We purpose-breed English cream golden retrievers as well as English labs. And our puppies go into foster homes. They are raised. So if anybody wants to be a foster, that would be great. But then they come to us and they're trained for 5 months. We train them specifically, teaching them how to navigate life and to task for symptoms of PTSD. And then the veterans come and train for 5 weeks. So we have veterans right now that are here for 5 weeks, and this is their week 5, but they're from all across the nation. We only have one that's local in this group of 10. So yeah, we right now are represented in 28 states. And so any veteran that is hearing this that just thinks, man, this might be an answer for me, man, check out northwestbattlebuddies.org, because it can truly be the difference of life and death for a lot of our veterans. And there isn't one of our veterans that has our dogs that wouldn't tell you that the dogs saved their life. They literally will help interrupt suicidal ideations as well. And that's the feedback we get from our veterans. And so it really is the difference of life and death for a lot of our veterans. But at the very least, they're breaking barriers and they're living life better with a service dog.
Tell me about when you have a big graduation ceremony like you have coming out this week. What is that like? I imagine it's just really incredible.
It's incredible. You know, what's so incredible is, so on day one when veterans come in and meet us, they're scared, they're nervous, they don't trust us, they just don't even know what to expect. They're literally walking into the unknown, but they have that much courage to do so and put their life on hold for 5 weeks. But on graduation day, they will literally stand in front of a group of 100 people with their service dog, and they will talk about the experience. So here they are, afraid to come in and talk to a few. Now they're standing with a microphone and talking to many, or standing with a microphone talking to many, and they go out and live life. We have a veteran that in a couple groups ago, he wrote his personal statement literally sitting in a closet. He goes, you want to hear why I need a service dog? Because I live in a closet. He goes, when it gets too bad, this is where I come, and my son and my wife know to leave me alone. And so he's had a service dog for about 6 months now. He drove all the way from Montana to be a part of a celebration here. He was interviewed on the radio, and instead of coping by staying in a closet for either hours or sometimes days, he hasn't been in a closet since he got his service dog.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's like that kind of life change that we can't even imagine our veterans are living.
It's true.
with that.
And we always talk about it's the least we can do, right? They've been through so much. There's a reason that they need some help, and how great that this resource is available.
Well, you know what? Everything in our life starts with freedom. When we get up, what we choose to do, everything starts with freedom. Where would we be without the men and women that provided it?
Yeah.
And it really is we the people, because even though they're not wearing the uniform, they're still paying a price for our freedom. And Northwest Battle Buddies is a way to help. And I'm just, you know, my team, we talk, you know, when the veterans are in the malls and they're in the grocery stores and everything else, it's like we're walking out their walk of freedom with them. And it's such an honor.
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
such an honor. Yeah.
Well, it's an honor to have both of you here with us today.
Thank
you
you.
so much. Missy, congratulations. I'm so
I
excited
know. She
for
doesn't
her.
even know what a big ticket she is. You know what I mean?
gosh.
It's like she has all this ahead of her, but she is just, you know, and the veteran that's paired with her is a mom and a husband, and she's in the professional world and she still serves. But she needed Missy.
Yeah.
And you would not believe the difference in her I mean, we're in week 5 now, the beginning of week 5. You would not even believe the difference in her, from tears and breaking down and shaking and barely making it through, to smiles now and talking out in public, because she's learned how to use this tool to feel safe.
Amazing.
It's awesome.
We're so happy to celebrate with you.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you so
you.
much for stopping
Yeah,
by.
thank you so much for letting me
Great job,
share.
Missy. Okay, we will have more information on our website at katu.com. We'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.